applauding over the last few years. They applauded our total movement. They've applauded me. America and most of its newspapers applauded me in Montgomery, and I stood before thousands of Negroes getting ready to riot when my home was bombed and said, we can't do it this way. They applauded us in the sit-in movement. We nonviolently decided to sit at the lunch counters. They applauded us on the freedom rides when we accepted blows without retaliation. They praised us in Albany, in Birmingham, and in Selma, in Alabama. All the press was so noble in its applause and so noble in its praise when I was saying, quote, be nonviolent toward Bill Connor, when I was saying, be nonviolent toward Selma, Alabama segregationist Sheriff Jim Clark. There's something strangely inconsistent about a nation and a press that'll praise you when you say, be nonviolent toward Jim Clark, but curse and damn you when you say, be nonviolent toward the little brown Vietnamese children. There's something wrong with that press. Mm-hmm. That was Martin Luther King. That's Dr. King. Dr. King, in solidarity with clergy and others concerned with violence perpetuated by the U.S. government, said in his April 4th, 1967 speech, A Time to Break Silence, that the time comes when silence is betrayed. So while I am not always in agreement with Dr. West's choice of words or his questionable friendship with Smiley, who hasn't met a corporate sponsor he didn't like, I remain grateful that he has not betrayed Black America and the global community with silence. Wow.
See?
Yeah.
The guy know what he's talking about, man. Let me tell you.
Well, I mean,
if I had a choice,
Michael Eric Dyson sold his soul?
Yes. If I had a choice to listen to Al Sharpton or Cornel West, come on.
Al Sharpton, you can't listen to me. He has never resolved the Tawana Brawley issue.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
But I mean, but wait a minute. But wait a minute, though. The Negro, I mean, these leaders fighting. It's just really unnecessary.
Who leaders? Al Sharpton is not a leader.
Okay, these intellectuals fight.
He's not an intellectual.
These media personalities fighting is not what we should be.
These are the personalities that are made, the black leaders that are made by the media. These are black leaders that are made by the media and trusted upon the black people of the United States of America. Sharpton was made into a black leader. And in order they wanted to solidify it, they put him on MSNBC and they dress him up. They made him lose weight, got rid of his big gold chains, got rid of his perm.
No, he still has a perm.
Not like before.
No, because he's old and his hair is thinning.
Well, he doesn't have it like before. He got rid of his big
jumpsuits.
He got rid of his jumpsuits.
The blue
right?
Sweatsuits.
They slimmed him up. Right? By the way, how did he get slim? Did he take a
I think maybe he got a lap band or something.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I must have read that somewhere.
Yeah, a lap band, you know. I'm glad it wasn't a lap dance. he got a lap band.
And you know about the whole thing where he was like busting on the mob and he served as an influence.
Yeah. Right? And then they put him on MSNBC and give him $750,000
to legitimate him.
Right? So
now he's legitimate.
You know what? Cornel West is right. Al, go to the corner, my friend. You know what? You go in the naughty corner. Let other people, let the young people who are dealing with Black Lives Matter, hashtag Black Lives Matter, let them be the leaders now. Why do you have to be up front? He's absolute. And if I had to follow someone, if I had to follow an individual, I would follow Cornel West. Who would you follow? You had a choice. Al Sharpton, Melissa Harris Perry.
Can we make the net
Eric
wider
Dyson?
than that?
No, we did because this is just because Troy and Jesse Jackson.
Well, he's like been a non-entity for a while.
Michael Eric Dyson, Melissa Harris Perry, and Al Sharpton, or Cornel West. Who would you follow? I could tell you right now, I'm following Cornel West.
I'm jumping on that bandwagon.
I'm following. You know why? Because he hasn't sold his soul. He has not sold his soul.
I mean, I had a little few issues with things that he was saying. Not real issues, but...
What did you have issues with?
It's not time. I have to go. I think I have a half date going on. So
you know what? It's time for the Somo quote of the day.
It's been good, though, Anselm.
It's fantastic, I tell you, because, I mean, whenever you come,
you have someone to yell at. Stand up. You should see the soapbox over in the corner.
Yeah, I got a soapbox over there.
He starts the pointing and all that. It's really funny. But quite passionate about what he's saying.
Oh yeah.
But it's interesting because we learn things and we read and discuss what we find out. Yeah.
And I'm consistent, right?
Well, I don't know. Consistent. Sure.
Huh?
Consistent in what? In which way?
In my behavior, in my attitude.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm very consistent. I'm not.
I'm consistent in the sense that I have to mill things over in my head. That's just.
But I don't
have any problem.
You see what? No. If someone should come to me and say, "Well, Anselm, we want to have Somo on MSNBC, but
we'll pay you $750,000.
Yeah, but there's certain things you can do.
You should say pay Marjorie at least the same amount.
Oh,
go ahead. Uh-huh.
It's a team.
There's certain things that you can't do.
Certain things that I can do. I'm like, let me tell you this. If I can't do the same things I've been doing before, then this is this is not the right place for me. If I gotta change the way I'm doing things, if I gotta think, if I gotta like say,
you should always think.
Huh?
You should always think things.
Oh, I always think. But if
you're to change your stance, your position,
I gotta change my position.
Be less militant, quote unquote.
Yeah, be less militant, yes. Be less factual. Because I try to be as factual as possible, and I don't just.
Well, I don't think Al Sharpton is being unfactual. He just doesn't talk about things. So
well, he's not unfactual.
Through a matter of not disclosing information.
Right. He what he does is that, he has the one eye... The one-eye man syndrome. You can't see my left eye. Can't see over there. I can't see that. I can only see what's over here.
Well, Cornel West... for them to say nothing about the killing of all those Palestinians in the summer, for the president not to address that, among other things, it made me lose any faith in the president. Yeah.
And that's all the guy was trying. You know what? He's balanced. That's what it's about. It's about being balanced. If you are on MSNBC and you cannot say anything critical about the president in times when he needs to be criticized, listen. You could say 95% good things about him. But if there are times he needs to be criticized, he needs to be criticized. Jesus Christ was criticized. Was he better than Jesus?
But at the same time, when you consider all the attacks that the president has to deal with from the right wing...
No, I cannot. I'm not going to justify a situation because of what they do. I'm not going to let them decide how I'm going to operate. They cannot decide for you whether you're going to be critical or whether you're going to be positive. You cannot let them decide. So you are saying because they're critical, I'm not going to be critical. No, that's not right. That's not right. Wrong is wrong and right is right. So what you're saying is that I only see right, I don't see wrong.
No, you defend the president when you have to.
And you ignore the other stuff.
And you
ignore it.
Expose the president's weaknesses when they are evident.
But that's what Cornel West is saying. Mm-hmm. Cornel West is saying.
But I guess if they're saying that with all the attacks and all the inability and the process that prevents the president from passing some of the laws that he is trying to pass because you have a Congress that doesn't cooperate.
Marjorie, we know all of that though.
Yeah.
But why are you deciding that? You know what?
That you're going to ignore his faults?
I'm going to ignore that. The
same way that you would blast George Bush, but ignore anything good about him, whatever that might be.
So you know what we should do? We should ignore all the negative things going on in South Orange and Maple, and only talk about the positive things. Because we got an advertising contract with the Board of Education. Oh, here we go. The Board of Education decides to advertise on Somo. Right? So all of a sudden now what we should do is that if we see something that we believe is wrong, we should ignore it and don't talk about it because the Board of Education is doing business with us.
No. But that is the way advertising works.
No, that's not the way it works.
That's the way it works in the media. That's just it does.
That's not the way it works.
Because they're driven by those dollars.
But that's not the way it works, though. They can tell you, yes. Listen, if you don't put things for us in a positive light, we may have to take our business elsewhere. I gotta do this tomorrow, man. I'm looking for the Somo quote of the day.
Is it by Cornel West?
Nah. Oh, wait a minute.
I'll find a Cornel West quote.
Oh. I'm just realizing something. There was no quote of the day today. I just realized that. Let me see here. You can use one of your quotes because today's the 21st, right? Well, we just seem to have air space.
Yeah. I'm looking at all these quotes trying to decide on a good one.
Somo quote of the day?
Well, while you're doing your Somo quote, because they're different, then I'll read some Cornel West quotes. Every president needs to deal with the permanent government of the country.
Yeah,
and the permanent government of the country is the Wall Street oligarchs and corporate plutocrats. And the question becomes, what is the relationship between that president and Wall Street? We will not allow this day of Martin Luther King Memorial to go without somebody going to jail.
There we go. Something happened that we didn't send the Sumo quote of the day. I'm sending it right now.
We won an economic team, Paul Krugman and Robert Cutter, Joseph Stiglitz, people and others who say, you know what, we're sophisticated economists, but we're concerned about poor and working people.
So here's the Sumo quote of the day.
Those are all Cornel West.
Oh, it's going at 9:50, man.
Yeah, man.
It's got to go. I got to keep my string going.
No, well, you have to start earlier.
No, what happened? As you move forward in life, you may need to change your circle of friends.
Yeah.
Everyone. Oh, man.
What's going on, eh?
So everyone of your friends, everyone you see, everyone you know isn't interested in seeing you improve.
That's true.
Oh, I gotta stop this. How do I stop this now?
I don't know.
Emails, hold on. Keep on going.
So, that's it. The clock on the wall. It's 9:43. The clock on the wall says it's time to go. I'd like to stay, but I gotta go. How's that?
You gotta get it right, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hard work beats talent.
When talent does not work hard, on for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same Somo time, same Somo channel.
It's been great.
Closing word, Marjorie?
No, I don't have any more closing words. I tried, though.
Later.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the road.